Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my April favorites for 2018. So as you guys can see, I'm in that same location as my imats vlog and haul. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it down in the description box, but I actually really like this old school feel of, YouTube videos that used to be way back when, a couple years ago. So if you guys like this background, then let me know. I know it's a bit chaotic, I guess you could say. It's not like your traditional plain background. I will switch back with my ring light and my wall that I usually film on, but for now I kind of like this laid back feel. I might film in this location or I might film in my other location with my ring light. So let me know what you guys prefer. I actually like both, so I don't mind switching back and forth, and plus this setup is a little bit easier since I'm just dealing with natural light. I literally turn on my camera and start filming. The first thing I want to start out with here is actually the Persona Identity palette, and I actually bought this at Ulta when it was like half off. It was one of their beauty steals for the month, and I actually never really heard of this until it was being advertised on Ulta, and I actually really enjoyed the colors that they showed. So that's why I bought this, because I'm definitely a neutrals girl. I love my neutrals, can't get enough. I know I have a million, but you can never have enough neutrals. So this palette is actually amazing. I was not really expecting to love it as much as I do. When I first purchased this palette, I thought it's just gonna be another palette, another neutral palette that I'll use, but it might like sit in my collection. But this is one that I've been reaching for every single time I do my eyeshadow, except for today. But my favorite shadows from this are actually this really matte brow bone color. I actually have been really enjoying this, and then I actually really love the shimmers in here and the matte. In the market for a really great affordable neutrals palette, then I definitely recommend this one. Even the mattes blend really well. I have not had a problem with any of them. And this palette, I believe, is made for people, yes, on the back here it says the ultimate eyeshadow palette for brown eyes. And it's so true, like I have brown eyes obviously, but the shades in here really do complement brown eyes, because you have a lot of brown earthy tones, but then you also have like warm orange color, and you also have purples. If you didn't know, purples actually complement brown eyes. So the next thing I want to mention here is actually a Sephora Pantone palette, and this was released about 2 or 3 years ago. It is a cheek sweep, that's what they call it on the back here. It has Bridal Rose, Spanish Villa, and Radiant Orchid. This was when the orchid color was the color of the year. And here's what the palette looks like. It's so gorgeous, and I actually rediscovered this in my collection lately. So this is a blush, believe it or not. It's quite purple, so I don't use this one often, but it's beautiful, and when it's blended out, it looks amazing. I also use this purple color because it's a bit bright for a cheek color for my fair skin, but this highlight is actually what I've been reaching for every single day. So this middle color here just gives like the perfect shimmer on the skin. Here's all three swatched. I personally like when YouTubers swatch palettes when they're showing them, because you actually want to see the color. So if you guys like when I do that, let me know and I'll continue to do that. But that palette is amazing. It gives like the perfect flush for fair skin, right on the cheekbones. I've just been obsessed with that palette, and I love rediscovering things in my collection that I forgot about. The next two here are actually Urban Decay eyeshadows, and they are singles. So the first one is Naked, and it is my go-to crease color. This is a crease color I use every single day with almost every single look. It's a go-to eyeshadow for me because it complements any look. It's a great crease color, blends really well, and it's almost like my skin but better. It's a little bit darker, but it blends so well with fair skin. I just love this eyeshadow so much. I actually hit pan in the Naked palette because I love this shadow so much that I bought the individual. And then I also bought this one, and this one is called Laced. So here they are side by side. This is more of like a purple mauve tone, whereas this one's more of a traditional like beigey brown color, but they're both amazing for the crease. So if you're going for more of like a warm toned look, I would definitely pick up Naked. And if you're going for more cool tone, or I mean either of these would work for warm or cool tone, but this one is more of a cool color and this one's more of a warm color. So I definitely recommend Urban Decay shadows. Urban Decay makes amazing shadows in my opinion. I have so many other palettes. It's unbelievable. Next thing I want to mention here is the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Coconut Bronzer. Now this is a hot item right now. Marc Jacobs re-released his coconut collection. I think they released it last year, or the year before. I forget when I bought this, but this has been a favorite, and this has also been in my other favorite videos for a very long time. This is a bronzer that I have not even hit pan on because there's so much bronzer. There is a dent in there, I don't know if you could tell, but it is the perfect shade of brown for fair skin. So this will give you that contour without being too dark. Now I'm not wearing it today, but this will give you a very natural contour and bronzy look without looking orange. So Marc Jacobs re-released this bronzer along with an eyeshadow palette, dewdrops, and I think a setting powder that's like coconut. So I did purchase a backup of this bronzer because I love it that much. And I also purchased the eyeshadow palette and the setting powder. I didn't get the dewdrops because I don't really reach for liquid highlighter as much. So if you guys want to see a review on that palette and the setting powder, then let me know. But as far as the bronzer goes, if you can get your hands on this, definitely get it. It's so worth it. The next thing I want to mention here is the Fenty Beauty foundation. This has probably been another one of my favorites, but I can never say enough good things about this foundation. It is the Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and I actually love it so much that I bought shade 150 and I bought like, I think it's 190. So I actually mix the color. It gives you a very soft, matte, full coverage look without breaking you out. At least it doesn't break me out. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin. I hate when the foundation feels heavy on the skin. And I'm sure everybody is with me on that one. I can't stand foundation that feels like wet or tacky. This does not give you that at all. And I'm actually a combo to oily skin person. So for me to love this foundation is awesome because a lot of foundations don't work for me. And this one, I don't even have to set with a powder if I don't want to, because it does give that soft matte look, but it does not make me look dry, and it doesn't cling to dry patches either. So I would definitely recommend this foundation if you haven't tested already. You could always go in Sephora and get like a little sample of it if you're unsure, and just try it out for yourself. The next product I want to mention here is the Tartist Lip Paint. And this is in the shade OG. I just got this on the Ulta. It was the Ulta Beauty 50% off deal thing. So I actually picked up just this shade. I was being good because there was other shades I wanted. It does not smell like anything. It's definitely unscented, but it has that makeup smell. Kind of like paint. But I just fell in love with this color. I actually went for the shade Exposed because I love the blush so much that's in shade Exposed. But I saw this one and I loved it even more. So I bought this one. I'll do a swatch here for you guys. It's like the perfect nude. It's not too pink. It's not too brown. It's like the perfect in between. And I've been wearing this like crazy. I've been wearing this like almost every day. The next makeup item here I have is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Now this, again, lots of Ulta half off items here. This was another beauty steal, and I at first was not even gonna purchase this, but I heard so many great things about this, and I actually am so glad that I purchased it because I've already used this much. That's how much I really like it. I bought a second one because I love it that much, and this works amazing. It actually works better than MAC Fix Plus, and I've been using Fix Plus for years. This I put on before I put my foundation on, so I'll just mist my face, and I'll mist it after I'm done applying my my full face of makeup, and it takes away that powder look. It kind of like refreshes the skin to make it look like a natural finish, and it does not break me out. The second to last item here is the L'Occitane 1 minute hand scrub, and it has 15% shea oil. I actually bought this during winter time, and I'm not sure if I hauled it or put it in any of my videos, but I thought I would mention it here because it's been a lifesaver. My hands are so dry in the winter because I use a lot of hand sanitizer, and you know, you're always washing your hands to prevent illness, and this is a lifesaver. It looks like this. It smells kind of like almond and baby powder. It's like definitely a clean, I don't know how to describe it. You just have to smell it. It smells like almond and baby powder, but it has like a layer of oil and a layer of sugar. It'll focus on the bottle there. So here's what that looks like. It comes with a scoop. So you literally will mix this up, take out a little scoop and put it in the palm of your hand, and then you will just rub your damp hands for a minute. Just keep rubbing them, and then you rinse them. and your hands will be left so soft afterwards, and they stay soft. It's not just like a one wash thing. I think that your hands stay soft for like 5 washes, like 5 hand washes or something like that. But I also follow up with the Shea hand lotion, and that almost like doubles the softness of how long it stays soft, if that makes sense. How many times can I say soft in like 2 minutes? So last but not least is a fragrance that is new to me this month. Every time I go into Ulta, I always smell this perfume, and I never want to bite the bullet, spend like 50 bucks on a perfume. I just never want to do it, but this smells so good I couldn't pass it up. It is the Escato Sorbetto Rosso. I think that's how you pronounce it. Here's what it looks like. And if you're curious, here's what the box looks like. I used to wear Escata back in high school. They have a lot of fruity scents. Here's what the box looks like. And it is a watermelon scent, and it smells amazing. It is limited edition, the box says. I don't think there's a description on the bottle or the box. But it definitely smells like watermelon and strawberries. It smells like summer, but it's not like too sweet that'll give you a headache. It's more of like a sweet, light summer scent. It's hard to explain, but it smells so, so good. Definitely, if you're gonna pick up anything, this is the one. It smells amazing. The bottle is really pretty too if you're like a perfume collector. This definitely is worth it in my opinion. And I'm not one to spend a lot on perfume like this. That concludes everything for my April favorites for 2018. If you guys have any favorites this month, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.